Good morning. Here we go. I've got to make this as quick and short and sweet as possible. My schedule did open up to be able to do this, so I'm quite grateful for that. Good morning, everyone. I love you very much, and I'm grateful to be before you today. I'm just going to set a little bit of tone here with my Tingsha bells to just bring the frequency into this beautiful place. Yes, Spirit just said to me to breathe with me, if you're willing, because us doing this collectively with intention will definitely make a difference. So let's take a breath. All right, perfect. Good morning, my loves. This video is about today, and I'm going to try to get this out in a premiere, a pre-recorded premiere that will be live at 12:12. I don't know if I'll be present in the chat room, but I will definitely be producing it. So whoever does show up in the chat room, feel free to join each other and to love one another and to share and to commune on this beautiful moment. All right. I'm going to be reading a lot from my notes because everything's there. And I might have to stop and pause because they're just voice to text and they could be a little bit jumbled up. So bear with me. Today is 12:12. I'm going to air this video at 12:12. Very, very, very important, unprecedented moment of energies and frequencies coming in for the coming year of 2023 and everything that we're doing moving forward. Setting the stage for miracles. We're going to co-create, all of us as a collective, in 2023. In the portal 1111 that will be going until 1221, I had mentioned that in my last video, of all the matrices and the combined obsolete energy construction that has been present in society during this time is being transmuted from the heavy duality back into a more balanced duality that we can use and we can utilize for these beautiful things we're going to be doing collectively in 2023. 1212 is a very important to the process. It's kind of right in the middle. These matrices have been held in place for eons by fear-based lower portion of duality that has been co-created in all of this story for eons. Believe me when I tell you that the things we're doing together as a collective, even if it's just a small group of us, is affecting the hearts and souls and the inner and I am presence of every man, every woman, every child, and every spark of Adma that is source created in this story. Definitely, trust me in this. It's the truth. We had a conversation, Leo and I, about the effect. We were looking at some numerology and some information there, that the spiritual effect that one enlightened, awakened, conscious individual has themselves as they do their inner work and they live their life, as above, so below. Consciously, you affect, each one individual person affects over 750,000 souls on this planet. One of you. And that's just a number, kind of a way for us to understand the magnitude of what it is that you're doing and how it affects everything so greatly. So please pat yourself on the back, because you are doing a fantabulous job, even though sometimes it doesn't exactly feel like it. My throat's a little dry this morning, so I'm trying to get my coffee in. I've got lots of things to do. It snowed outside today, so busy. All right. With every holy breath of each individual that is awakened, there's a foundation slowly and gradually and absolutely being created in Mother Earth, on Mother Earth, and its foundations that will be energetically here to support the moving forward into higher frequencies of existence that we're all working towards. December 12th, 12/12, today, There is a portal that is in its full opening phase right now. And my heart said when I started this video that the 11:11 portal was somewhat like a prelude to the culmination of the 12:12 coming into the 11:11 and all pulling themselves into the winter solstice on 12/21, which is when the 11/11 portal will be coming to its close. But I believe that the 12/12 portal is going to take the inertia from 11/11, bring it forward all the way into the very beginning, which is in the springtime of 2023. This is a physical picture of what we're doing spiritually, planting all these seeds that are going to come to fruition in the spring of this new that is now before us. And it is, believe me. I got a significant download this morning for my own personal arena, my own kingdom, that was, I can't even describe it to you how incredible it was. So this day, today, and moving forward, for those who have been prepared energetically, and you know who you are because you know, it's going to be magnificent. We're going to be moving through a gateway portal. Today that I'm making these notes, it is the 8th. I've already been on to see that visual anomaly. Oh, the visual anomaly in my eye. The portal opens up that I've explained before. And these little pixelized wavy lines that I see in my peripheral vision out here. On the 8th, I began to see the opening of this portal is what that note's about. So I saw the beginning of it as I was starting to get moved to share with you today. This particular 12:12 portal is divinely magnetized by feminine divinity. This is key, because this is the rising of the feminine Christ. Yeshua is a story and an example, whatever you would like to call it. His work here was to pave the road, to lay the foundation. That is the old foundation. The new that we are presently in is the feminine Christ rising within each individual and then in the outer. That is what's occurring today, 12:12. Magnetized by feminine divinity through our Mother God, our Mother Earth, and the divine feminine that I was just speaking of, the Christedness that is within all of creation, working together. All three of those divine feminine powers working together to co-create this cohesive frequency that will be utilized as we go forward into 2023 and, of course, far beyond. This is to further prepare us and equip us on all of the divine missions and the birth of the new in this now moment. Now, I've talked about the new for probably about 4 years now. You can go back and watch my videos, but if you've been hearing my voice, you know I've been talking about the new, the new. We went through the processes when it was being cultivated, culminated, when it was born, and now it is growing and maturing into what it intends to be. You can go, I said, yeah, you can go back, see it's my same mind. Talking about the birth of this new. It's been birthed already. This is to help us to grow that beautiful new baby into the child, adolescent, and adult form of the beautiful world that we're co-creating together, this new. The mother energy in Gaia and in Goddess will be co-creating with all divine feminine creative energy to open up a portal, this portal today. It's already opened. Of intense and incredible creative light. Now see, this is why it's divine feminine. Everything's created through the sacred womb. The portal of all creation comes through that divine feminine energy. You know, the divine feminine creation parts are actually a portal. So this energy is going to open up a portal. It is opening it today. Intense and credible creation light. This particular moment of beautiful frequency has been a momentum for a very long time, well over hundreds of years, thousands even. This portal is designed to amplify and multiply in an almost immeasurable amount the grid work and the love frequency that we have all been moving forward for a very long time. But this portal is specific, co-created, intentional, divine goddess, feminine movement forward. It will be created, given the light and the inertia, giving us all the light and the inertia to support what's coming in 2023. That we will be co-creating and once again beyond. It is also no accident that December 12th is the day of celebration of the Magdalene, the Mother Mary. Mother Mary is an oversoul of the fragment in a component of divine goddess energy that's combined. It's a combined feminine energy, and it is definitely on purpose that certain individuals have felt it upon themselves to co-create this date as being the celebration of that mother frequency. And this year, during that time of people celebrating that divine feminine frequency on this 12/12 in this now moment is very big. Okay. 1212 is a sacred geometric code. Now, this has been coming to me in droves lately. I have just been 1212, 1212, and the 144 that is a derivative of that, which equals the frequency, the number, the amount of oversouls. Many different things these numbers represent. And whatever resonates with you is what you hold. What doesn't resonate, put it on the shelf. I need to breathe. This stuff gets me way too excited. The number and the amount of oversouls, different things described. Okay, it's the 144,000 or simply just 144. Either way, it's a very significant geometric quantum code. Multidimensional quantum code. Very important words. This code with 12 strands that we have within our actual avatar body systems as DNA, it's a beautiful, incredible divine code that's been imprinted upon our DNA by the ultimate I am presence itself, source, creation, origin, that is in us for a reason. Everything is in us, correct? This entire projected story that's occurring in the outer is all right here already. So it makes sense that that divine 12-strand circumstance would be put right into our DNAs. The closest, our bodies are the closest to that inner part. Now, it's been shown to me that the specific quantum code on 12-12-12, which was December 12th in 2012, the frequency that was given forward from that point forward was the beginning of the activation of our quantum DNA code within each and every individual and soul on this planet. That is when this process that we're in now began. The 1212 is an injection of the creative power of divine feminine goddess mother god frequency, which we know is what brings forth life. That's what's occurring now. The moving forward is being infused with this unprecedented divine feminine Christ energy to create this life that we are all working on together collectively to elevate. The 1212 code aligns with the sacred geometry that is also in our solar system. As a matter of fact, you'll find in every story and every aspect where this number and this quantum code lines up perfectly. The Fibonacci code, 369, once again, those are all derivatives of this beautiful quantum code that we're seeing. We have 12 fifth-dimensional strands in our DNA, so there it is again. We have 12 fifth-dimensional solar chakras within our system as well. Interesting, somebody just stopped on the street out in front of me. Oh, they're playing in the snow. Got derailed, sparkly squirrel. Happens to me easily. There are 12 solar aspects of deity and godhood and divinity. There's 12 constellations in our zodiac. 12 ages in our 26,000 year of progression in this storyline. You do some research, you will find this quantum code showing up everywhere. We also have in this multidimensional existence, has been shown to me on several different occasions in a few different ways, 12 dimensions. Oh, that's my housekeeper. I'm going to have to get her information. My goodness. Okay, I'm going to pause this video and hopefully, I don't know what will happen, but I'm going to pause it and I'll be right back. Hopefully it doesn't screw it up. Okay, hopefully that didn't disrupt things too much, but I am also at work. Well, I'm trying to do many things today, but I'm bound and determined to get this out. Okay, so I talked about the storyline. Okay. We also have in this multi-dimensional existence that has been shown to me on several occasions, that's where I was at, different ways, 12 dimensions from the 12 first aspects that were created out of the first beautiful orgasmic love moment when origin, our ultimate source, separated just enough to expand the love from self to self. When this beginning of this beautiful expansion process that we're eons into began, if you can imagine, we all feel that resonance of being in this space where there's just light and it's just oneness. In that space, when separation for the experience of the expansion of love began, that there were 12 aspects that were born out of that beautiful first union. That's how it's been shown to me. Okay? There are 12 dimensions in the story that we're telling, that we're now in between the fourth and fifth in this story that we're mostly conscious of right now because we're having this moment, right? It is and is. Fourth and fifth dimension in this storyline that we're currently on. And if you're hearing me and you're resonating with me, you're in that space. But there are 12 of these dimensions that we are existing in. And the 13th one in my heart is represented by the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega, that origin space. And as we know, time is a created construct for us to have this story. But see, in my hand just naturally. But really, everything is happening in this beautiful, somewhat toroidal type energy that never begins and never ends. It's just constant. It's always a now moment. But within this story, we've created this construct of time that we're all adhering to in order to have this story come about as it is. So once again, this number 12 is a quantum code, because in my heart, from what I have received within my own energetic space, and the reason why that occurred is because that is what was born out of original union, the original beginning of union, once source separated just enough to experience itself, if that makes any sense. So this is a very, very important number. Today is a very, very important day. The specific divine feminine generated and energized portal of 1212 in this now moment is a very powerful and exciting time as we move forward into the coming days. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this is because our deliberate and intentional focus, divine cooperation with what is occurring right now in this now moment is having an exponential expansion and magnification of the energies that are already present for us to utilize. So I am here right now in this moment to encourage you, my beloveds, to continue doing what it is that your heart tells you to do. Because it is that focused, intentional behavior that you are participating in that is elevating every fragment, every spark of every frequency in this entire Earth game, all 12 levels of it, which include the totality of the entire story that's being told. Okay? All right. And it is my heart's understanding that there are 12 Earths, there are 12 dimensions, there are 12 sparks that have spawned out of origin, created this incredible, expansive story that we are telling through all these multidimensional ways, all the timelines simultaneously. So that thing that you're doing right now affects all of that. Believe it, it's beautiful and wonderful. There's no separation between the threads that connect us through all of everything that exists, all the way back to origin, and then back around again, which we know there's no beginning and no end to. This is even told in the Christian canon. The Alpha, the Omega, the omniscient one, no beginning, no end, correct? It's told in all stories. That's just the one that is closest to me in this incarnation that I was, connected to. So in this time frame, focus on your holy breath, your breathing, air and water, super key right now. And this time frame, it has been accelerated and magnified, expanded to something that is incredibly powerful. It's far more than you just feeding your avatar body oxygen. Believe me, this holy breath, every time you breathe in with intention and focus, you are breathing in and out the creative divine goddess feminine energy of this beautiful new that we're all doing together. It's so powerful. So focus on your divine breath and your divine intention and your divine invitation for this incredible frequency. That's key. The divine focused invitation, opening yourself to it. to come in and utilize you as the door and the catalyst to bring forward these frequencies on the entire story that we're telling together collectively in this moment. And because this is 1212, I'm talking, this is the entirety of all entireties. This is true. This is the power of divinity. This is you. This is me. This is we. This is us. I heard a statement that I put in my cup, and I probably will be leaving it there. The light of God is always victorious, and you, my beloved, are that light. Let me say that again for anyone who's in a space where you're feeling a little beat up by everything we've been doing. The light of God is always, always victorious. And you and me, you, my love, are that light. So take heart. Now, that all being said, the presence of Yeshua presenting a divine masculine aspect, much like Mary presents that divine feminine, this presence of Yeshua shared with me something to encourage you to think about. I've been thinking about it a lot, believe me. Now, in this now moment, it's a new beginning. Every moment that you can come to a cohesive understanding that it is a moment which is every now moment that moves forward, that there is, right? There's nothing in the story that has happened. Okay, I remember these notes. There's nothing in your story and my story that has happened to the point of this now moment that you are bound to. Now, I know for myself, I have been bound to a story that's brought me to where I'm at in this now moment. We all have. Those of you that are familiar with the desert experience, that if you're listening to me, you've had that experience, whether you were actually there in physical or in spirit through that whole process as a soul family that we experienced. We've all been connected to divine stories in order to bring us forward. Very important, very useful. But this is a new message from the Spirit of Yeshua for us. Listen very carefully. There is nothing in the story that has happened to the point of this now moment that you are bound to. Now, this was something and still something that I'm pondering in my heart, because the story has been incredibly important to me, just like I just stated to you. But I was given this information very clearly that you are not bound by anything that's been a part of your story up to this point. Now, that being said, your heart still wants to follow that story. Follow your heart. Always, always, always. If there's a story still present and you're drawn to follow it, absolutely follow it, but know that you're not bound to it. Each now moment, this now moment, this now moment, we begin. We always are in a beginning state. You're not bound to anything that happens in that past or that future, because this is the only moment that is real. So just realize you're not bound to it. You can always choose anew. That's part of your Christhood. But the message was an understanding, and it was very profound for me, very profound of an understanding that you are not bound to that story. And what that means is you do not have to follow the storyline. You do not have to follow any storyline, or you can follow all the storylines that you want to, but you're not bound to either, if that makes sense. Or you can choose to follow a storyline that's different from the one that brought you to this now moment. What I am trying to say is that you're not bound by anything that happened before this now moment. Take some time, go deep within your I am presence, and discover what it is that your heart's desire is in this now moment. And then just do it, regardless of what it is. And this beautiful 1212 energy that we're in is here to assist us in that. It's here to make this so cohesive and fruitful. And you will find as you're moving in these areas that it is profoundly more fluid and easier as we move forward. Now I'm just going to connect really quickly. Quiet my heart. See if there's anything else that Spirit would like me to share with you today. The reason why I'm putting this out early and trying to get it out by 12:12 is for all the quantum code reasons, but it's also to give you a moment, to just take a moment today, find somewhere to get in the sun. Sun, breath, air, very powerful combination. And then just go within yourself and see what it is that you receive today, and continue in the breathful, mindfulness of your divinity, knowing full well that this journey we are embarking in this now moment is unprecedented in all of the eons. We have walked ourselves through all of the moving away in order to create an inertia and an energy of experience, so that as we come back, we feel what's happening now in a specific way. You cannot feel what's happening now without us going through all the journeys and the eons of journeys that have gone before. So this is a very important thing that we've done, and we're now at this beautiful culminative time where we're coming into the thing that we've been preparing all of our circumstances for, to feel this now moment specifically the way we feel it now. If anything in all of those eons had been different, we wouldn't be experiencing what we're experiencing right now. And I can tell you without being able to describe it in words, this is infinitely and limitlessly important. And today is a day that says that creative frequency is available to you to move forward in this. All right. I have a text here, so okay, cool. My ride is just about arriving. I got an opportunity to go into the city and do some shopping, which only, 14 days until Christmas? That's a really good thing to have, and I'm grateful for it. I'm not sure if there was anything else to this, but I've brought this frequency that's been shared with my heart forward. Now this is an opportunity for you to go within your kingdom and join in this beautiful collective frequency and do what it is that your journey is telling you to do. Because believe me, without your shimmer and shine of your specific aspect, regardless of how it feels, remember what I said in the last video that I did. Don't pay attention to the windows outside the plane and the things that are going on here. No, let me rephrase that. Do pay attention to it. Do not look for fruition of your divinity in this. When you find it, when something in the manifest outer matches the inner, woo, celebrate that. It's great, it's wonderful, and it's happening more often and much quicker now than it ever has. But do not look to sustain your divinity out here. Only sustain your divinity here on your instrumentation panel that will never ever lie, because there is no lie in divinity. It's only solid truth all of the time. So look at your instrument panel, and what your instrumentation panel is your I am presence. Always govern what you do out here with your instrument panel. Do not make choices about what you see out the window of your airplane. Okay? You can definitely pay attention to it. We're engaging this story that's outside the window. We're flying our aircraft right through it, navigating up and down and all over, and fully engaging it with all of our open heart chakras. Completely open, completely vulnerable. We are doing this. This is what we're being called to do. So paying attention, definitely, but remember that you cannot maintain your divinity out here in what you see. You can celebrate it as you see it manifest match the inner. It's beautiful. Pretty soon the whole thing will be cohesive, and then we will be flying in a different way. But for right now, only look at your instrumentation panel to maintain your divinity. This will create that constant peace, the peace that passes all understanding, that never moves. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. We're at 27 minutes, about a half an hour is what I wanted this to be. I love you so much. Enjoy this beautiful frequency. If you're finding it's difficult for you, if you're finding lots of chaos and things and you're having trouble, like a sense of discord in this moment, find a quiet space. Do your divine breathing. Go within and ask your higher self and all the guides and all the benevolence that's around you to show you and help you understand what choices you can make from that now moment. Remember, I told you every now moment is a beginning. So now we begin. Now we begin. With each breath, there's a now we begin. That's what Yeshua was saying. Now we begin. Go into that space and ask for assistance, because right now, these frequencies, although they're very powerful and we can feel them, are offering themselves right here, just ringing off the hook, offering themselves in a gentle, benevolent way. So if you're not experiencing them that way, that is your heart calling to you to get still, to breathe, and to ask for assistance. And believe me, it comes like that, and it comes powerfully. So I love you very much. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity and this venue to come before you. And we will talk very soon. Have a wonderful holiday, Christmas celebration. Enjoy everything the story has to offer. There's not only nothing wrong with it, it is now warranted that we jump into this beautiful thing we're creating and be in joy. Enjoyment. So enjoy your Christmas. I certainly am. Just a little personal note, I'm going to be going to visit my daughter, and we're spending a week and a half over the Christmas holiday together, just she and I'm beyond grateful for this beautiful opportunity. My heart will be holding you as I do this, and all the joy I experience, I will be putting forward for you, my beloveds, to share in the gorgeousness that is this now moment. I love you. Take heart. You're amazing. You're magnificent. And I'll talk to you soon.